I just want to say before the video starts, this can be one of my more unedited, more of a raw type of video. So if you guys do like this type of videos, just make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new, and write a comment what y'all think about this video and what do you guys think about stress in general. Anyways, enjoy the video. I got a couple of people tell me the other day about why stress is not good for you, telling me how it's negative, telling me how it's in general it's just a bad thing, right? And I mean that's fine. Like a lot of people think a different way, but in this video we're gonna talk about how stress is good for you. It's incredibly good for you. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but hey, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not who I am today without stress. I need that stress. Without stress, life is boring. Imagine a life where there's no challenge. Stress is it's like an indicator of something you have to do or something you feel the need to take care of and not really having the ability to do it. That's just how I see it. But hey, you guys let me know in the comments how you think of stress. Stress is something that everyone deals with on a daily basis, whether you're a student, parent, even a child. A child can have stress too, depending on their living situation. But you shouldn't see stress in a bad way. You shouldn't see stress in a bad way. Now, there might be exceptions, right? But in general, it should not be a bad thing. And that's what I'm going to explain in this video. I don't believe in burnout. I don't believe in burnout. I don't believe in depression. I just don't think any of that's real. Now, some people in the comments, or not even in the comments, some people in general in their mind, the subconscious is tripping out because of what I'm saying, but like it's true. If you're always thinking negative like that, always having those thoughts in your head, you're never gonna get to the next level. You're never gonna improve. Even if you're just an average normal person, you're never gonna improve. Sometimes I catch myself thinking stress is bad. Maybe I'm training and I'm messing up and I'm messing up and I'm messing up and I can't get through. In my mind I just don't know what to do. Like that's what it is. We don't know what to do in a situation where it demands us to provide, and we just don't know what to do. We're clueless, or we probably do know what to do, but it's just not working somehow. I catch myself thinking, hey, it's not working, bro. You gotta do something else. Like this is never gonna work for you. I catch myself, and then I think, hey, no, we gotta keep going. We have to keep going. We have to, because in my other videos, it's like I explained. Your only enemy is yourself. You're doubting yourself already. Maybe you keep messing up on a kick, right? You're trying to kick. You keep kicking, you keep kicking, you keep kicking on the pads, and you just somehow you can't get through. You can't get the not the perfect form, but you can't get like a decent form, no matter how many times you try. Catch yourself. Really think about it. Like, okay, I'm really stressful right now. Why am I stressful? I can't get the proper technique now. So what can I do right now? Best thing you can do is keep kicking. Who cares? Just keep kicking. You think the other people that are practicing their kicks, you think they got their kick like in a week? No, they probably practice lots of times. They keep kicking and kicking and kicking and kicking, and they didn't stop. Even if it doesn't work, you need to fail. You need to fail in order to get better. A lot of people are also stressed because they're afraid to fail. You have to fail. You have to fail. Let's say if you're always the best person at everything, do you know how boring that would be if you're the best person at everything? Like that's like extreme boredom. You're just good at everything and there's no challenge. Like at that point, like what's the point of doing anything? If you're just the best at anything, you're the best cook, best fighter, best soccer player, best football player, best hockey player, best at everything in general. You're just the best at everything. You can write the best papers, you can write the best books. You're the best talker, best speaker. Like sometimes you just get really bored. Imagine you're just extremely bored. Like what are you gonna do? You need a challenge. You need a challenge. There's always a bigger fish. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone incredibly better than you at something. And if they're not online, if you don't know about them, just know somewhere out there there is someone better than you at anything that you're doing right now. Always. You could probably win the UFC championship. You could probably wear the UFC belt right across your stomach. But there's always gonna be someone training in the background way better than you. You just don't know about it. He's probably not on national television on the big screen like you in the cage, but he's probably better than you. Probably stronger than you, fitter than you, has more stamina than you. Like he's better at everything than you. And you just have to constantly remind yourself, yeah, I'm stressing, but you need that stress. You gotta be excited almost to be stressful. Because that stress is what's gonna allow you to adapt, to slowly get better and better and better and better. Now a lot of people want results instantly. They just want, I guess not, but people want results instantly, and that's what also causes their downfall. They just want to see results and results. Point is, you need that to adapt. You need that to grow. You need that to enhance your performance. You really need that. Now I'll give you an example. Back then, when I was a lot smaller, smaller version of smaller Dom, tiny Dom. I was very bad at soccer. I was very bad. Or football, I should say. I was very bad. I was probably 11 or 10 years old, playing in the street, probably younger. I was playing in the street because my parents didn't have enough money to put me in a team, and they were struggling. So I decided it was best to just play street ball. Just buy a ball. If I couldn't even buy a ball, it's all right. Like I'll use one of the flat ones that was in the street. Like I just randomly found it. It was in the street, flat, and I'll use that ball to just practice with the ball. I practice some tricks, bounce it off or try to bounce it off the sidewalk. Like, when you get on the sidewalk, you have to step up the little wall thingy. Not wall thingy, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'll bounce it off the sidewalk, and I'll just practice my touches, practice my kicks, my accuracy with the ball every time I passed it. I'll try to practice everything that I could. Eventually we had neighbors, and with these neighbors, we would play soccer every day, and with them, I used my skills with them. Now, when I was a lot younger, I was stressing a lot because I had a lot of self doubt. I was very like conscious with what I was doing. I don't want to put down to words, but I was very self-aware of what I was doing, and I knew that I could be a lot better, but I just couldn't get better somehow until my neighbors came. When they came, I could really test out my skills, and it put me in a stressful situation sometimes because it would be a 2-on-1, and I've never been on a 2-on-1 because I never played against anyone in the first place. Right? A 1-on-1 was a little easier, but a 2-on-1 was a lot harder. I wasn't the best at all, and I kept failing and failing and failing, and for I'll say 60 days straight, 2 months, 2 to 3 months. I played every single day, outside every single day for hours, from 4 p.m. all the way to 8 p.m. Sometimes 5 p.m. all the way to 8 p.m. But because it was during summer, and it was still day outside. Sometimes we'll play even up to 9 p.m. and we just keep playing all day, all day, all day, and all that stress when I was younger, all of that hate that I had for myself for not being the best player I could be in that neighborhood was building up. And it was building up and building up, and slowly I felt like it was crushing me. Until one day I saw a video on Neymar Jr. because he was one of my idols back then. I would watch him, and I remember he was talking in an interview about how hard work and dedication is all you need. You need hard work. You need to go through those tough times in order to get better. And I would watch his highlights. I would watch his skill moves, the flair he had on the ball. Like he was moving like wind in between players, just you know. And that really caught my attention, and I thought we got to keep pushing. We gotta keep going, even though people are gonna hate you for doing the things that you do, even though people will call you trash, call you stupid, call you weird for watching videos and tutorials on how to get better. You're gonna prove them wrong. And mind you, I was like 10 or younger than that, so around 10 or younger. I was thinking like this at that age, and I was very, very anxious. You know, at the beginning, I was very nervous to start really trying against my neighbors, and I was like, just breathe. It's okay. Like, even if you fail, it doesn't matter. You keep doing it until you get it. And so, that first day when I came back from watching that video, they were looking at me like, why is he so serious? Like, is this guy weird? Like, what's he talking? Like, why is he like that? Like, almost like they can sense my aura. Like, they can sense me. Like, they can sense the energy around me just change. And I was so locked in. That day when we played, I was flying by everyone. It was almost as like the stress slowly turned into like power, turned into energy. And I used that to lock in. I used it to fight all the negativity that was in my head and the negativity that was around me. And I used that to really get to the next level. And without the stress, you're never gonna reach that goal. You're never gonna reach that achievement. Right? Very, very high stress tolerance is a sign of being a very successful person. When you think of a millionaire, a billionaire, you know the saying, more money, more problems. It's true. More money, more problems, but life gets easier at the same time. So the reason why they say more money, more problems is because the amount of stress is higher in almost every single activity that they do. Is the stress is going to be higher than the average, a lot higher than the average. Now that I think about it, like for example, let's say you run a golf club, like people pay monthly, right? Maybe you're the garbage man at the golf club. Like let's just say you're a garbage man at the golf club, and the main things you have to worry about is cleaning the bathrooms and cleaning the mirrors and in the bathrooms. You're gonna be stressing because like it's very dirty. It's very dirty, right? You don't want to be in there. It's disgusting. And his stress level is probably at a 10. Oh no, let's do it 1 through 10. Let's say stress level is like at a 9, right? He the only stress he really has at that job is cleaning the mess, right? But he's a janitor, he has to. Now when you compare it to the millionaire that has incredibly more responsibilities, he has to run the whole club. He has to make sure everything's in place. He has to make sure he's paying the taxes for the place. He has to make sure he's investing that money into the food for the club. He has to make sure he's investing money into, let's say, the golf clubs. Gotta fix the golf cars. You know, he really has to deal with a lot of money. He has to deal with a lot of money interactions, a lot of transactions going on, investing money here, collecting my money there, investing money here, collecting, investing, spending, investing, collecting. Like he's back and forth. He has to deal with multiple people at once compared to when you're just a janitor. Stress levels at a 9. and that's your cap. That's like your when you get to 10, you feel like you can't do it no more, and it's just almost like a 9. Millionaires stress level or billionaire stress level is probably like at a 50. Like this guy's incredibly high. Your stress, your max threshold is right here. Millionaire, billionaire is probably like here, probably higher. And to him, if he was to go down here to be a janitor, he wouldn't even be that stressed. If anything, he would want to be a janitor. Like in general, he'd want to be a general. In general, he'd want to be a janitor because it's a lot easier than being a millionaire and billionaire, right? But the reason he's being a millionaire and billionaire, owning all these companies, having to deal with so much responsibility, is because he wants to stay at the top. He wants to be at the highest peak of human excellence. He wants to be at the top. You know, where you don't have to worry about spending money here, worry about spending money there, worrying about where you eat because you could buy wherever. You don't have to worry about eating because you can eat at whatever restaurant you want. You don't have to worry about cars because you got like 10 or 20 of them. You don't have to worry about a house because you got like 3 of them. You're probably a retail in retail and retail. You're probably in real estate too. That's probably what he's into. He probably owns 5, 6 companies. Probably owns multiple social media accounts, making money from them. Doing a lot of things compared to when you're just a janitor, right? Now, when what you think is high stress tolerance probably is going to be high stress for someone else. Put me in a stressful situation, and I promise you, I'm gonna come out alive. A lot of people can't take that. A lot of people can't take the stress, and that's all right. Some people aren't built for the stress. I mean, anyone can do it, but some people aren't built for the high stress tolerance, and that's all right. I'll just take your spot. It's that simple. I really would just take your spot. I was playing my game the other day. You know, I just decided, let's play some games, right? And I know it's cringe, but I was playing, and this kid, he told me, he's like, hey, how is stress good for you? Like, are you stupid? Are you crazy? And I said, yeah, bro, I'm crazy. And what? I said, stress is good for you. I told him, are you really frustrated because you keep losing at a game? A game, brother. You're stressed because you're losing at a game, bro. You gotta do something else with your life, man. Ain't no way you're that stressed over losing a game. And the thing is, he's not even winning money from it. So why are you stressing? It's a game, bro. I mean, I'll understand maybe if there's like $10,000 on the line. Okay, maybe, yeah. But, bro, you're stressing over a game and you're not even gonna get money from it. Hey, stressing or not, stress is silence. You really gotta turn that stress into energy. Harness it. Really, don't let it consume you. When you let it consume you, you're done. You're done. You have to deal with it. Okay? And the more stress you deal with, the more you'll be more in tune with your emotions. You'll be more focused on your emotions. You'll be very intelligent. Emotional intelligence. There's a word. You'll be very emotionally intelligent. You'll know what to feel at what time. You'll know what to do if you feel mad, sad, stressed. Doesn't matter. You could turn any feeling, you could turn into a good thing. Now me, I like thriving in negativity. I like thriving in things that people say you can't do that, or oh, that's a very bad position, that's a disadvantage. I like thriving in that because when you think it's a disadvantage, put me in that situation, I'm in the advantage. I'm the one on top. I'm the one surviving. Now, I remember my coach telling me, I think it was, I don't remember exactly what she said, but it had to do with fighting. It was in the clinch, right? And she was telling me, you don't want to be in this position during the clinch because, you know what, they could easily hold your head, or they can hold you by your neck and just constantly knee you, or they keep kneeing you. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, they think, I mean, yeah, that's probably a big disadvantage, but What if there's a way to at an advantage, right? And I explained to her, I'm like, okay, well, let's test it out. She put me, she put me, not, she wasn't holding my neck. Pause. She put me in a clench, and in this position, I'm gonna probably pop up pictures. In this position, you hold their head like this, and you knee them, right? You bring their head down, and you bring your knee up, and you basically head meets the knee, damage. That's what you want when you're fighting in the clinch. But she explained to me how that person can escape. So while I'm holding her head like this, her other arms come around and they push her against my neck like this, right? And she's extending her arms out all the way like this. She's extending her arms out all the way. And in that position, I'm stuck like this. Like my arms are stuck. They're all the way extended. And I'm like, my center of gravity is like going back. And all she's doing is holding me there. She's just throwing knees at me and I can't move. And I told her, what if I do this? What if I do this? What if I do that? And she was like, oh wow, like that's actually smart. I never thought about that. The point is that I'm trying to say is thrive in what people call a disadvantage. Because the moment you can thrive at a state of disadvantage, you'll turn to something that people see as excellent, almost perfect, because you're doing what people can't do, and it scares them. The reason why people sometimes doubt you is because it scares them if you do make it, and it scares them because you're attempting it, because they don't want to attempt it. They don't want to attempt it. They're scared. So thrive in what's called a disadvantage. Thrive in it, and you'll be incredible. You'll be incredible. But that's the end of today's video. I'll see you on the next one.